Hey everyone, and welcome to the start of a new vlog. I was going to wait and start this tomorrow, but I think I'll go ahead and start it today because I've got stuff I want to chat about, okay? So, reading-wise, the ebook I'm still working on, Once and Future Fling or something like that. The Little Cornish House by Donna Ashcroft. The 90s by Chuck Klosterman. And Must Love Books by Shauna Robinson. So those are the books I'm working my way through. Okay. I found last night a readathon that's taking place that I want to try to participate in. So let me tell you the two readathons I'm going to try to participate in. Okay. So the first one that I have in here is ThankfulAthon. And I found them on Instagram, and not all of the prompts are book or reading related. Had to check on Hobart. He was Birkin. Okay, so not all of them are book related. So the prompts are to read a book with summer colors on the cover. For this one, I am going to go with the Little Cornish House by Donna Ashcroft. Very summery vibes. I mean, you could even say spring, but I say it counts because it's bright and cheery. The next one is to read a thriller, which I don't have that one yet. And I'm not going to pick these out until I'm ready, the book out until I'm ready to pick another book. Anyway, prompt number 3 on this list is to read a romance. I am going to count Must Love Books for that. So because this is a romance from my library, it's got the romance sticker. Prompt number 4 is Has Been on Your TBR for Too Long. Not quite sure what I'm going to pick for that one. Highest rated on Goodreads is the next prompt. I looked. The highest rated book that I have on Goodreads is an ARC called Enchanted Hill. It only has 7 ratings, but as of today, July 4th, it has 4.86 ratings. So the 7 people that have rated it have absolutely loved it, evidently. But that is the highest rated book. The next one is Fourth Wing, and I do own that, but I don't know. And that has a lot more ratings, but it does have a lower average rating compared to Enchanted Hill as of right now. But it still has a very high rating, over 4 stars. Like over 4.5. I think it's like a 4.68 or something. I don't even remember. But Enchanted Hill is that one. So I don't know. We'll see when and if I pick that one up. The next prompt is make your favorite meal. Snacks are generally my favorite meal because they're light. It's not some big heavy meal. So I popped a bag of popcorn and had a Diet Dr. Pepper. So on my ThankfulAthon, I have 4 squares colored in so far. These are all non-reading prompts that I've got colored in. The next non-reading prompt is to take a shower or a bath. That's easy. That's done on an everyday basis. So I would like to, I have these shower steamers, so I would like to, I forget that I have them. So I would like to use for the next shower I take tomorrow, I would like to use a shower steamer. I don't do a bath because I want to use bath bombs. Although I can get some bath bombs, but I've got to save up because they can be pretty pricey, at least the ones that I like. But then I also need a pillow because I don't have a pillow for in the bathtub, like so that my back is not right against the porcelain tub because then it's just really uncomfortable. So anyway, shower. So I have some shower steamers that I can use. So I'll try and do that tomorrow. Prompt number 8 is to drink at least 8 cups of water. I have not had water yet today. I really need to work on that. Number 9 is to walk at least 4,000 steps. For that one, I am going to have to charge my Apple Watch so that I can track to try to get that 4,000 steps. So that is something that I will do. I'll try to remember to put my watch on the charger tonight. So yeah. Okay. Next up is to unplug for 12 hours. I'm trying to think, because I can't fully unplug. For one, on my work days, I just can't unplug from electronic devices because I work on a computer all day. So I was trying to think, what could I do to fit unplug? Well, I don't want to go completely digital-less because I like to listen to audiobooks, and I listen to audiobooks on my phone. So I think what I'll do is I'll say no social media. So YouTube, Instagram, Goodreads. Well, no, I would still do Goodreads if I finish a book and I'm starting a new book. That's it. That's pretty much all I do with Goodreads, or logbooks that I acquire. So Goodreads isn't an issue, but Instagram I can mindlessly scroll, as well as YouTube Reels. So I think those two things. And Discord, I don't really go on very much. So I think I'll just say no Discord, no YouTube, no Instagram for 12 hours. And I'll probably do that on I'll do that on a day off. It'll be a lot easier to do than on a day that I work, because sometimes when it's slow, I just want to glance at stuff. So I think I'll do it that way. I will still let myself, I can't just read all day. I will get mind-numbingly bored. I just can't read for that long straight. So instead of going on YouTube, I'll go on Hulu or Netflix and watch a TV show or a movie in between when I need a reading break from reading. So for me, it'll still be kind of like an unplug, but it's not a complete unplug because I just can't completely unplug. I just can't. But I can unplug from YouTube and Instagram and all of that for a bit. So that I can do. Okay. Next up is to read a book with a green cover. Maybe mostly green. Ginny Moon might work for that one because about half of that is green. So prompt number 12 is to read a 2023 release. For this one, I am going to count The Once and Future Fling by Lee Heasley, I'm guessing. This one is an advanced reader copy that I have from NetGalley, and it does not come out until November of 2023. So this obviously counts because it is a 2023 release. It's just an advanced copy. Prompt number 13 is a free space. So I will figure out something for that. Maybe I'll do like a manga or a graphic novel. Number 14 is to read a nonfiction book. I am working on the 90s, so this will count. It is a nonfiction. Number 15 is a poll pick. Not quite sure about that one yet, but I'll figure that out. Probably what I'll do is I'll pick 3 or 4 books and put them in Discord and let them pick, is what I'm thinking. Number 16 is to get enough sleep. That's a bit challenging in July for me because of the fireworks. We have 2 holidays in Utah where fireworks are allowed. We have the 4th and the 24th, so Independence Day and Pioneer Day. So July is a little bit more difficult to get enough sleep just because of the fireworks going off until 1 a.m. or earlier in the morning. So at some point, I'll get enough sleep because I'll probably sleep in on a day off that I have when I don't have an appointment scheduled until later in the afternoon and let myself, so get enough sleep. I'm going to classify that as 8 to 9 hours. So I'm going to do that. Number 17 is to treat yourself. Getting my nails done is a way for me to treat myself. So I've already done that, and I'll do that again on, I believe, the 17th. Oh, I haven't switched my calendar over. Yeah, I think the 17th. Anyway, so I'll do that again. Prompt number 18 is to journal. I have not journaled yet. And then 19 is to meditate. I've got to figure out something for that because I'm not good at just sitting to meditate. So I've got to have something that's like breathe in, breathe out, focus on this sound. Now relax and do this. So I'll figure something out for that. Number 20 is to watch your favorite show. I love cooking shows and true crime shows. So as of right now, I'm counting that as done because I watched the most recent episode of MasterChef, where it's like the one where they divided it into regions where you have the West versus the Midwest versus the South versus the Northeast or something like that. So I watched the most recent episode of that, and I watched an episode of Next Level Chef, which also has Gordon Ramsay as well as 2 other chefs. That's a fun show to watch. I've just marked on Hulu to watch the new season of Crime Scene Kitchen or something like that. As far as true crime, I am working my way through the first 48 is what it's called, where it's like if the crime is not solved, like a murder or something is not solved within the first 48 hours, the chance of solving it decreases quite a bit. So that's another show I like to watch. And those are about 45 minutes each. So on the day that I unplug, I'll probably read for like an hour, hour and a half, and then watch an episode of one of these shows that I like. So, but I'm counting it down because I watched MasterChef and Next Level Chef. MasterChef one day, Next Level Chef the other day. Okay, prompt number 21 is to read a book with beach in the title, with beach. I don't have that one yet. I think I have Beach Read by Emily Henry. I need to double check that, but I'll figure that one out. I don't think I have a lot of books with the word beach in it. All right, prompt number 23 is a book that is set in another state or country. That will be easy. I read a lot of books that take place, if I had to guess, I would say it's probably pretty close to 60-40 or 50-50 for what takes place within the US and what takes place outside of the US. I think I read a lot of books that take place in England or in the UK, so that would not be a problem. And as far as books that are set in the US, hardly any that I read take place in Utah. So that's just how it's been. And then last 2 prompts for the ThankfulAthon. 24 is to finish a book in 1 day. I'll read a graphic novel or a manga on that, or a short story or something. So that'll be pretty easy. And then number 25 is to reread a favorite. Maybe I'll pick an R.L. Stine Fear Street book for that I've read before. I don't know. I'll figure something out for that. But those are the prompts for the ThankfulAthon. So a total of 25 prompts. Right now I'm using a red colored pencil to mark what prompts I have accomplished. So again, I've got 4 colored in. And then probably what I'll do is switch the color next week. Or once it's been 7 days, then switch to a different color or something like that. I'll figure it out just because I think it'll be interesting to see what prompts I was able to finish during what week. So, yeah, so those are those prompts. And I'm actually looking forward to this next readathon. Okay, so this other readathon that I just found this one last night. So it was like around 11 or 12, if not 1 this morning, somewhere around that time, that I found a readathon called the Hunger Games Readathon. I really enjoyed the Hunger Games when I read that. So, and there's a lot of prompts for this one, and this one goes off of points, and then it'll be averaged out. You get to choose a team to be on. I went ahead and chose District 12, which is the one that Katniss is from. And the reason why I did that is I just very much was like, I have no idea what to pick, so I'm going to go with the one that I saw on screen and where most of the setting is in the book. And the arena where they go and fight each other to the death is not one. I think you could choose the capital, but I didn't want to. I just was like, no. So I just went with District 12. So, yeah. not very imaginative. So, okay, so we have several prompts. So the first prompt grouping is reaping prompts, and there's 6 for the reaping. You have, and I'll try, if I can, I'll list the Discord for the Hunger Games Readathon in the description box. So reaping prompts number 1 is reaping. This is to read a book featuring the chosen one trope. 50 points for that one if I complete that. Train ride is prompt number 2, and this is to read a book featuring a train or other public/mass transportation. That one will be 75 points. And some of these you don't really know until you read the book if it's going to fit a certain prompt. Number 3 is parade, and that is to read a book featuring a celebration. So 75 points for that one. Number 4 is training. That is a book featuring a competition or rivalry, 50 points. Interviews. This is a book featuring a celebrity. And I didn't write down how many points that one is. Let me look that one up. Okay, so for the interviews, a book featuring a celebrity, 75 points if that one's completed. And then the 6th and final prompt for the reaping prompts is making allies, and that's to read a book featuring the found family trope, and that one will be 50 points if and when completed. Okay, the next grouping is our prompts for the arena. So arena prompts. Number 1 is into the arena, and that's to read a book with a reveal or a twist. So my mind immediately goes to like a thriller, horror, something like that. That's going to have a big twist in it. 50 points for that one. Bloodbath is number 2. This is to read a book with a physical altercation. 75 points for that one. Find supplies is number 3, and that's a book you've been meaning to read for 50 points. Prompt number 4 is make a fire. This is a book with a red cover for 50 points. Number 5 is find water. This is a book featuring sea creatures for 75 points. Number 6 is pillage for a weapon. This is a book with a weapon on the cover, and that one is 100 points. Fight a mutt is prompt number 7, and this is a book featuring a fantasy or mythological creature for 75 points. Number 8 is take damage, and that's a book that makes you cry. 100 points for that one. I'm not going to know unless I've read it. Like if I wanted to reread The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, I know that's going to make me cry. I've read it twice, and it made me cry both times. But I'm not really in the mood to reread that, so not sure what I'm going to pick for that book prompt. Number 9 is outlast your competition. This is to read a book over 400 pages, and that's 100 points. And then finally, prompt number 10 for the arena prompts is claim victory. And this is a book with a crown on the cover for 75 points. Okay, this next grouping, there are 13 prompts for this next grouping, and this is under district theme prompts. Number 1 is the capital, and that's to read a book of very little substance. Number 2 is District 1, and that is to read a book with a shiny cover. Oh, and prompt number 1 for the capital is worth 50 points. District 1 is worth 75 points. So a shiny cover is 75 points. Number 3 is District 2, and this is a book featuring military or police, and that's 50 points. Prompt number 4 is District 3, and that's to read a sci-fi, 50 points. Prompt number 5 is District 4, and that's a book set on, under, or near water, which is 50 points. This one I am going to count The Little Cornish House. It has water, and it's a small town romance, so it does take place on the coast of like the sea. So that works. And that one will net me, once I finish that book, that'll give me 50 points. Prompt number 6 is District 5. That is to read a book that makes you feel powerful. 50 points. Number 7 is District 6, and that is a book that involves travel for 75 points. I did message on Discord asking if, like the book I'm reading, The Once and Future Fling, has time travel. I want to say that counts, but I wanted to double check if that will in fact count or if it has to be like they're driving or going by train or walking from point A to point B. So I did want to double check that one, but I'm pretty sure that will count, especially since time travel is the big thing and travel's in it. So, but I just wanted to double check, make sure I wasn't going to do something funky. Prompt number 8 is District 7, and that is to read a book set in nature for 75 points. Oh, and the one involving travel is 75 points. Prompt number 9 is District 8, and that is to read a book with a colorful cover for 50 points. Prompt number 10 is District 9, and that is a book featuring great character growth for 100 points. Prompt number 11 is District 10, and that is a book featuring animals for 50 points. So animal companion, something like that. Prompt number 12 is District 11, and that is a book featuring food for 50 points. And the cozy mystery I do have a cozy mystery, and this one involves food, so I think that one will work for that. So that's 50 points. And then prompt number 13, this is the last prompt for the district themed prompts category. Yeah, district themed prompts. So prompt number 13 is District 12, and that is a book with a coal black cover for 50 points. Okay, 2 more prompt groupings. This one is quote prompts. There's a total of 5. Number 1 is Stay Alive. This is to read any of the Hunger Games books for 100 points. So for me, that would be a reread, unless I did, there's that new one that came out, Snake's a Ballad or something. I mean, it's not really that new anymore, but I have not read that one. But any of the original 3 Hunger Games books would work. So that would be a reread for me if I did one of those. So 100 points. Number 2 is May the Odds Be Ever in Your Favor. And this is to read any Suzanne Collins book. So it could be another reread. Number 3 is Hey Catnip. This is a book. A book a game maker gave 5 stars for 100 points. So that one I'll have to do some research. I'll have to go through Discord and see with the creator of the Readathon and the host and all of that, what book they gave 5 stars to. So prompt number 4 is The Boy with the Bread, and that is to read a cozy book, so 100 points. Romance and cozy mysteries, and mysteries tend to be my cozy go-tos. So, yep. Number 5 is I'm as Radiant as the Sun. Reread a book you gave 5 stars, 100 points. So that one will take a little bit of investigating. I could do any of the Harry Potter books because I generally gave those. I think I gave those all 5 stars. But I wasn't really rating things then, so I don't know. I'll figure that one out. So something that I gave 5 stars. I'll have to do some digging on that one. All right, this last grouping is character prompts, and there are 6 character prompts. Number 1 is Katniss. This is to read a book with a female protagonist for 50 points. I am currently working my way through Must Love books. If any of these I started in June, by the end of June, I was maybe 20 pages in at the most. So, and you need to read at least 100 pages. And especially where I didn't get very far. Yeah, I'm counting these ones. So Must Love Books by Shauna Robinson. Main female protagonist or character is female. So that works. And that one will give me 50 points once I complete that book. Number 2 is PETA, and this is to read a book with a sunset orange cover. I could kind of do this one, but I'll find a different book because, yeah. And if I can't, then I'll use this one for sunset orange, which is 75 points. And I'll find a different book because I do read a lot of books that have main female protagonists, so I could put something else in there. But I'll see if I can find something else. Number 3 is Gale. And PETA will net me 75 points. Number 3 is Gale, and that's a book from a guilty pleasure genre for 50 points. I don't like the term guilty pleasure personally. I don't think you should have guilt with whatever you choose to read. If it makes you happy, read it. I don't care if it's the author, it's the genre, if it's the age, whatever it is. If it makes you happy and brings you joy it is not a guilty pleasure. Just because other people have an issue with it, that is on them. So, and that's taken me a lot of years. I mean, I'm going to be 40 at the end of the year, so I'm 39. That's taken a long time for me to get to that point. There should not be such a thing as a guilty pleasure. So, in my opinion. Okay, number 4 is Haymitch, and that is to read a book featuring a mentor character. That one would be 75 points. Prompt number 5 is Effie, and that is a book with a pretty cover for 50 points. And number 6 is, the final prompt is Rue, which is a book written by a BIPOC author, so Black, Indigenous, person of color author. 75 points for that one. Is there a picture of Shauna in this? Is Shauna BIPOC? Yeah, looks like Shauna is BIPOC or is Black. So that could count for that one as well. So this one book could count for like 3 different prompts, but I've had to pick. But there's a lot of other BIPOC authors I could read too. So I think I'm going to leave that one with what I have, which is to read a main female protagonist. And then I'll find books to fit the other prompts. So those are all of the prompts for the Hunger Games Readathon. So 2 readathons I'm trying to participate in. And we'll see how this goes. And hopefully the books that I pick up will cover all of them, including, like, obviously my priority is books for my Catwalk TBR for July. So hopefully whatever I pick up for that will work for the ThankfulAthon and the Hunger Games. So fingers crossed, and I'll keep you posted on that. I'm also doing the book Battle of the Buccaneers. I have yet to read. The prompt that I'm on is Sailing the Seven Seas, and that's to read a book that contains a heist. But this goes to the end of the year, so I have quite a while to find a prompt or a book that will fit that prompt. I don't think any of the books I have for July picked out would work for that, but we'll see. I could be surprised. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. So yeah, let me know if you're participating in either of these readathons. I actually like all the prompts for these ones. I think they were clever, and I think the person that came up with them did a really good job. All right. Hello. Okay, so today's the 5th. I'm hoping I got an okay image of the fireworks last night. I was laying on my bed. I had the noise canceling headphones on, but from what I could see out of my window, I keep a little bit of my window open, like not the glass, but like the blind, so that Ophelia, for those of you who are new, Ophelia is my cat, so that she can look out and watch the birds or whatever. When my allergies aren't bothering me, I'll open that so that she can see out there and smell the wind and stuff like that. So, but I had it closed last night because it gets, especially where it's getting hot, we have central air, and So we keep the windows closed, like the glass portion, so that when we run the air conditioner, it's not just blowing out the window type of a thing. So had the, it got up to like 80 to 83 degrees last night upstairs. It was hot. So we had the air conditioner going. So we closed our windows so that we could make sure it cooled down quite a bit. So I tried to get a little bit of the fireworks through my window while I was laying on my bed. So we'll see how that turned out. You will have already seen them before this clip if I was able to do so. I had a follow-up for my foot and the cyst has gone down. So just tying my shoes differently has helped. So yay, no shot, no surgery, nothing like that. Which the surgery would have been like a last resort thing if the shot didn't work, but I'm grateful I don't even need the shot. So, okay, let me tell you. I did not get any reading done yesterday, which is fine. There are just going to be days like that. So, however, let me tell you what I'm working on for the ThankfulAthon. For ThankfulAthon, okay, so the unplug for 12 hours, I'm working on that today. I can't fully unplug because that's just not realistic with work and stuff. So, but I already checked my social media. Like right when I got up, I just checked to make sure I didn't have any messages on Instagram or anything like that. So I'm expecting an email from my doctor. So I'll still let myself check my email. I work on the computer at work, so that I can't unplug from that. So I can't fully unplug. So I'm just doing it what makes sense for my particular life. So no social media. So I will not check. I'm not going to even open Discord. I will not check Instagram. I will let myself go on Goodreads to log anything that I get or update current reads and things like that, which, that's fine. I'm not on Goodreads very often, or for very long when I go on. There's not much you can do on Goodreads. So no Instagram. I'm not even going to go on YouTube for this 12 hours so that I don't just scroll on reels and stuff like that. So basically I'm fasting from YouTube and Instagram and Discord, no Discord. So that's my plan. I've already gone without them for just over 2 hours so yeah. So that's what's going to work for me. I will let myself, if I want to watch something, it'll be from Hulu or Netflix. It'll be like a TV show. So it's just kind of, it's just not feasible for my life to fully unplug. It's just not feasible, especially where I listen to audiobooks as I read along with the physical book. So I cannot fully unplug. That's just not how it is. Now, could I, if I absolutely had to? Yes. If I absolutely had to, like if the power went down, my phone was going to die, obviously I wouldn't want to go on my phone and drain the battery in case of emergencies and stuff. I'd want to have some battery. So if I absolutely had to, I could. Heck, I was born in 83, so I grew up without all of this internet and technology and stuff. Man, I remember when the internet started to kick off and going to computer lab to learn how to use the computer and research on the computer. I remember going to the library and pulling out the little drawers to find a book or an author. I had to go through these little filing cards because it wasn't digitized on a computer yet. So I remember having to pull things out of a card index. And I didn't have a phone until high school. Like I think either my junior or senior year of high school, I didn't have a cell phone. So I know what it's like to have a landline and only a landline. So yes, I could unplug, but I just can't. So not fully unless it's like an emergency. Again, everything is down type of a thing. So unplugging from social media. So I'm going to try to not watch anything. So I'm going to try to avoid Hulu and Netflix, but sometimes I get burned out on reading if I read just way a lot. So I'm going to see if I can go the whole 12 hours without watching anything on Hulu or Netflix. But I will let myself watch something if I just need a break from reading. So maybe 2 episodes or something. But I'm going to try not to, but I will let myself if I feel like I just need that little break. So I'm going to do that today. But I get to mark off get enough sleep. Where's my pen I use for this? I got about 8.5 hours of sleep last night. I'm actually surprised because the fireworks went pretty late last night. Not too bad. I think they quit just right around midnight because today's a normal work day. So that was really good. I'm glad they shut down as early as they did. Okay, so get enough sleep, 8.5 hours. That's number 16 on my bingo board here. So let me color that in. And then I'll also let myself turn on my little dot thing. I'm not going to say its name because I don't want to wake it up yet. But I'll listen to music. So I'll let myself listen to Mozart or something. It just helps my work shift be a little bit more, not quite as stressful, a little bit more relaxing. Just so I don't get, it helps me not get quite so overwhelmed to have something soothing playing in the background. So I colored in number 16, still no bingo. And so I'll let myself listen to like Mozart or Beethoven or something like that. Let's see, journal, meditate. I can do either of those. So anyway, so that's what I've got so far. Oh, I did hear back. I did check before I'm going on this, went on this unplug. I did hear from the Discord creator for the Hunger Games Readathon. Travel, something with travel. What was that prompt? Chosen one. Train or other public mass, say a celebration, a competition, rivalry, a celebrity, found family, a twist, an physical altercation. You've been meaning to read. Red cover, sea creatures, a weapon, mythological creature, makes you cry, over 400 with a crown, very little substance, a shiny cover, military or police, sci-fi. Makes you feel powerful. Involves travel. So District 6, the prompt for District 6 is a book that involves travel. I asked, so I was filming that a little bit and then my mom called on my cell phone. So, okay, so the Once and Future Fling is about time travel. It's a romance book and she travels back in time. Like right now, the main character is in the 1920s. I think she's going to go back to her present day time. Before that, she was in the Regency era. So there is time travel with that. And so I did get the confirmation that I can use a book with time travel for that, a book that involves travel. Because, I mean, it is travel, but I didn't know if time travel would count or if it had to be like they're driving either like in a car, a train, a plane, going on this quest where they're having to hike or walk from point A to point B type of a thing, if it had to be something literal like that, or if I could count the time travel. So, but she says, yes, I can count time travel. So I'm going to put that in here. That will be worth 75 points once I finish that book, which I'm only about maybe 26% of the way through. So that one, I'm happy to know will count. So that's pretty much my update. So I'm going to try to mostly read today. I will try, I better charge I have like 3 book reviews to edit and upload. So I'll work on that. And I think in between things, if I can, I'm really going to try to figure out how to do this Google Docs thing where I can put the Catwalk TBR board that I play to where I can share that. I'm really going to try to work on that. I don't know how successful I'm going to be today with that, but I will try to work on that today, at least figure things out for how to get started. with that. Because I know that there is someone that asked if that board could be made available so that they could play along. So I'm going to work on that. Hopefully, I mean, today's only the 5th. I want that up and ready for me to start sharing with my August Catwalk TBR. So it's not like I'm in this super deadline crush, but I would like to just get it done so that I don't have to think about it. But I've got to figure, I have no idea how to do that, but I'm going to try to figure that out. So that's really my only plan. I hope to get a lot of reading today done where I'm not going to be messing around on social media. So that's the plan. And that's really all I have so far. I don't have any big news or anything. So I'll just go ahead and leave it at that and hopefully get some good reading in. Good morning. It's Friday the 7th and it is 8:07 a.m. as of right now. So let me tell you the status of my readings. I am on, or will be starting chapter 9 of the Once and Future Fling. So my ebook. I am up to chapter 13 in Must Love Books. Audiobook is not my favorite, but it's still fine. The 90s, I'm now up to chapter 8. It's been interesting. I mean, I'm still fairly enjoying it. The Little Cornhouse, I want to say Cornhouse. The Little Cornish House by Donna Ashcroft. I am on page 126. I didn't get as far as I wanted to yesterday, but that's fine. I hope there's 256 pages. So I have about 125-ish pages. I would love to be able to finish this today. Definitely tomorrow if I don't finish it today. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Not much to tell you about. It's just been like it is. I think I figured out how to put, let me see if it's in my most recent video, the Google Doc for my TBR board game. I just took a picture of it and I'm wondering if that worked. I don't think I have that in my, no. Okay, so yeah, we'll see if that works once the first video that has that linked goes live. I'll see if that worked. Fingers crossed it worked so that if you want to play along, you're more than welcome to. So I think I've got that. Hopefully. Okay, let's look at, let me grab my colored pencil, where I am at in the ThankfulAthon. Have not finished any of the reading prompts yet. Let's see. Okay, so the one I'm going to mark off for yesterday. Yesterday was the 6th of July. Is walk at least 4,000 steps. I got just over 5,000. So, and I'm not worrying about tracking now. So, no bingos yet. Is that the only one I can color in? I'm focusing on trying to get at least 8 cups of water today. And then, I don't know, maybe I can meditate and journal. We'll see how the day goes, and then I can get those ones. And then the only other one that's, well, pull pick could be pretty much anything, but I haven't even done a pull yet. So I've got 3 more. Yeah, 3 more non-reading prompts. So drink at least 8 cups of water, journal, and meditate. Trying to think. I haven't meditated, so I don't know. Yeah, and I haven't finished a book. It's now the 7th, and I have not finished a book this month. Gotta get that into gear. Hi guys. Okay, today is Monday. It is now, I don't know what time it is. It's after 10 a.m. I just got done with my mammogram. The gynecologist that I saw said they felt a lump, but that it was the same thing that he's felt before, is what I'm thinking. So I'm not concerned. The first time, I remember being so scared to death. The first time he says, I feel a lump in your breast. I was scared. Of course, I have family history of cancer. My grandma that passed away in January, had breast cancer, had a mastectomy. So of course my mind goes to, I've got cancer. So, and thankfully everything was fine. It was just like cysts or something like that. So I'm not concerned about what he would have felt this last time. So I'll just do a routine checkup every year. And when the radiologist looks at my imaging of my chest, that if he sees anything, then they'll call me in to do a more thorough imaging test stuff. Otherwise, I'm good. So I'm planning on everything being good. I will be surprised if anything has shown up different. They need to look at more. Anyway, so I'm glad that's done. Mammograms, for those of you who have never had them before, it does not hurt. In my opinion, it doesn't hurt. It's just very, very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. So, yeah. Now I need to run to the post office to return a thing for my mom. She bought a dress and it doesn't fit right. It's the same size she always gets, but for whatever reason, and that's the thing with women's clothing sizes, it's so stupid. Men can pretty much walk in and get the same size no matter where they go. And I've heard this said before, but it's so true. I can go into a department store and get the same size pants, pick out a size of pants and then go to a different brand and the size goes up a size or two or down. Same thing with shirts. You could get an extra large in one brand at the department store, but then switch to a different maker or brand, and then all of a sudden you're at a 2X or a 3X or just a large. So women's sizing is so stupid when it comes to clothing. So stupid. Anyway, so the dress did not fit. It was too tight. So I'm gonna return that, get that sent back to the post office. I have a post office at our grocery store, and I need to go into the grocery store. I have a medication to pick up, and I found this really good cereal. Oh my heck, it is so good. It's Cheerios, but it's strawberry banana flavored. Oh man, it is good. So I've gone through a box. I want another box. I normally don't eat a lot of cereal, but this was really good. I had more cereal than I usually do. And when you don't want anything heavy, like a big heavy meal at night for dinner, cereal's a great option. So I'm going to pick up another box of those Cheerios and pick up my medication. So that's my plan. And then I did finish The Little Cornish House by Donna Ashcroft last night. I need to film the wrap up review stats video for that. And I forgot that in August, magical readathon will be taking place. I haven't seen any updates for what the prompts are going to be yet, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. Tropical Readathon is taking place in August, as well as, there's another one. Oh, the Royal Readathon, Sizzling Summer. So I've already filmed a TBR video for those. I normally don't for readathons, but I've really kind of been wanting to. So I filmed for those, and then hopefully whenever G gets out the updated Magical Illyrium Readathon video, for if there's any updates as far as prompts go and stuff, and then I'll film a TBR for that. Plus I still have to film my catwalk TBR, but today's only the, 10th? So I'm not overly concerned about that. So as far as my main book goes, I will be starting The Perfect Date by R.L. Stine. For ThankfulAthon, that will fit the prompt of thriller. I don't know what it will fit yet for, because I didn't look last night, for the Hunger Games readathon I'm trying to participate in. I don't know what it'll fit for that prompt, for that readathon, but for the ThankfulAthon, it'll fit the prompt of thriller. R.L. Stine's books, it says, when I looked at the tags on Goodreads, horror, young adult, thriller, so it's a horror thriller. I don't count the age range as a genre, so but horror thriller, so I'm counting it for thriller because it is. So that's the update for now. I'm planning on just taking it easy today. I do need to do my laundry, so that's my other plan. So I'm just planning on reading, maybe doing some cross stitching. I really wanted to do a puzzle, but I've had a pinched nerve in my lower back that's radiated down my right leg. And so sitting at the dining table in those hard chairs, so uncomfortable, and that just does not help the pinched nerve right now. So I need to let the pinched nerve heal. So I'll be in cushy chairs today. So I'll be in a cushy recliner, and on occasion when I need to kind of stretch out the muscles and stuff a little bit more, then I'll lay in my bed. So I'm not gonna do a puzzle, but I hope to be able to cross stitch some today, which I can do between reading stuff. So those are the plans for now. That's really my only update. Again, I just need to do laundry today because it's to the point now where the laundry is going to be overflowing. Not really all that bad, but still, it'll be good to get it done. So yeah, not much else to go on today. I'm gonna be pretty quiet today. Tomorrow, one thing I need to do, I'm getting my hair done tomorrow. I am so nervous about that. Like, the closer it gets to that, the more my anxiety rises. It's always a big ordeal, very overstimulating. But I do want to look online for images of short hair for like curly hair, because my hair is naturally curly. The longer it is, the more it weighs down on the curls, so it doesn't show up quite as much. But the shorter my hair is, the more pronounced those curls are. So I do want to look, and with it being in the middle of summer, I want short hair. But then I'll just let it grow, of course. So I want to look at styles so that the stylist knows kind of what I'm looking at. But of course, I'll try to ask her what she thinks would look good with my face structure, so, and shape. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can. Let me know what you're reading, and if you're enjoying it. I hope you are. And I will update you probably, I don't know if I'll update you today, probably tomorrow, to kind of wrap things up, unless I can think of something to update you with today, because it's going to be a pretty boring day, which I am okay with. Just pretty relaxing day, nothing going on. So yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Hi guys, it's Wednesday now. I didn't do any updates yesterday. As you can see, I got my hair cut. I have to get used to it again, being short like this. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here so I can start the next weekly vlog. And I need to transfer all the footage from here into the little USB device, then onto my computer. So that'll take a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Hope you guys had a good week. Let me know what your favorite read of the week was, or most disappointing or something. Talk to me in the comments section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I'll talk to you later.